So, anything we want to change on the Warlock from yesterday? I think we already did our changes pretty much. Let's see. Path of Defender, Blessing of Intellect, Symbol of Essence, that's what we want to try out. And we're going to continue with the Divine Blast. So, we'll try this setup. So, the only difference is we gave up basically 5 Gladiator titles to instead get some Leech. So, I think that'll be good. Probably gonna try the same statues, but we'll at least look over them. Gonna still look to do Heartseeker Lucky Hat, something like that. This is like almost acceptable because we have a crit item plus Sword of Kings, but I don't think it's worth it. The other items aren't good enough. Magebane could be good as well. Magebane plus luck with evasion. It's pretty tempting actually. We'll go this. I want to try it out. Yeah, we'll just craft Lucky Hat to go along. Should be pretty equal to the setup with Heartseeker, except my crit won't be quite as smooth. But we'll still be using Crazy Eye. That gamer guy, 88. What's up, dude? Hey, Bleaks, I've seen a lot of your content on YouTube, and glad I can catch stream. I have one quick question. How would you recommend farming to find the drinks? I've been pushing with Paladin, but I need a few more drinks to get the build to work. Yeah, I would take your Paladin and just farm the first 3 levels of either the mines on the tower side, or if you would rather, you can do the pyramid, farm the desert. It may take a while, but at least once you get them, you're done. But that's what I would suggest. Go Lucky Hat, and let's grab some drinks. And I have a video for that. I don't know if you've seen it, but I can find the link if you need it. Phonetic Eruption, Incendiary Demise, Wicked Sickness, Overflowing Physique, and like we said, Crazy Eye. On NG2 or something higher, I'm at NG6 with Paladin. So NG2 is the highest you need to be able to get rare drinks. Anything higher doesn't really matter. So you can just do NG2 just to make it easier on yourself. But I can link you what I've done. Let me find that real quick. I know it's in my guides, but since you're here and you're asking, we'll find this. Let's see, guides. This is going to be the speed drink farming. It's kind of an old video, so I think the audio is a little off, but this is the one I would still use. You can also just do the statue blueprint farming and farm the pyramid side instead if you would rather. But I think the drop rates are about the same. It's just if you want to farm blueprints in addition to drinks, or you want to farm statue blueprints in addition to drinks. Which I haven't been able to confirm, but I think you can find regular blueprints in the pyramid as well, in the desert. We'll continue to go Callus, Kyra, Bolgarth. I found an old video of yours, which was before Pyramid Prophecy, where you changed the aspect ratio and just farmed the mines. Yeah, that's what I did when I got the DLC as well, and I just got the rest of the blueprints I needed for the anvil. And then from there, I've just been kind of able to mess around with everything. So let's make sure we have everything. Blessings, drinks, statues. Oh, we need our fountain buffs. So Gentle Trap, Topple Tower, Safe Corridors. Yeah, you're welcome. Let me know if you have any other questions. Or if you want to see any specific build or something. I'll try out whatever at this point. Imps, let's go. Kind of want to do abundant shops, and I kind of want to also have monoliths while having demolished spawners. This might be too much. Might not be able to get all this stuff. Relentless threats, that should be okay. Mini bosses, that's okay. Don't care about these. 40k for like really everything I want. I'm down with that. That sounds good to me. And we'll just throw the rest of this in here. So we still have our numbers on. I want to turn numbers off again. I just can't see enough. And to confirm, it's kind of a slow start, but NG+15, again, we're going Lucky, or Mage Bane with some Lucky Charm, Lucky Hat, plus some evasion. Skill speed isn't terrible, Claymore. It's actually like pretty decent setup. I'm hoping the evasion will help some of our defense, because that's what I feel is the worst with a primary Warlock. That you don't have nice evasion or anything like a Ranger or Thief or blocking like the Paladin or Gladiator. It's a little harder to make it work. You're kind of like a Priest without mana barrier, which is pretty big for the Priest. We got 20% chance to block now, so it's at least something. We'll get a little bit of defense anywhere we go, or just with some random items. Still not sure if this is more than a meme, but we're gonna check it out. I don't really think we had any doubts about the build until around Act 4, where we weren't leeching quite fast enough on the boss fight and against the Wisp. So we'll see if this is any better. And we got an imp, but let's see how nice the imp is going to be today. We got some ore. It's like less than 100 ore. Not complaining, just it's not a lot of ore. So, ideally just looking to kill the Overseers, hope for items. Z-Files with the host. Man, I appreciate the host, my dude. How was your stream? Oh, now our damage is insane as well, because we just picked up the, what is this buff called? I always forget the name of this buff. Incredible Strength. I should be able to remember that. Hey, yeah, we're trying some potential meme builds, so it might be promising, it might be good. Let's go Blackjack. We want to get some stun, get some offensive ways to like CC. Get some more crit, because we started kind of low crit, and I think we'll also go with health. Just get the extra health there. So let's see. Our crit chance is now 25%. We usually start with around 40. 100% more damage. My stream is always good. Got a bit tired. Too much shotting? Too much shotting? What does that mean? Blow Dart. So now we have a poison item. We could switch to Ozreth statue, but our Ozreth statue is like pretty low. I kind of want to try it out though at some point. I'll wait till I get it like around 10 at least. Oh, the ships just shoot each other. Yeah, pew pew sounds. Okay, I got you. Sinking that many ships just puts a toll on a man. I feel you. Working hard today, shooting all the ships. Alright, we've already had our shop, so we can just continue. Just keep a lookout for secrets and whatnot. I don't remember if we checked over here. I think we have, but I don't remember what was over there. Alright, just some copper coins. Not a big deal for me. Glad tomorrow is my last day at work this week. What? Your last day is on a Thursday? That's OP. That's really nice. Alright, so we shouldn't have any trouble with this boss then. If we can get in combo. So that's the issue with our crit chance. Got in combo like the very end. Oh, you work from home on Friday. So that's why we normally go Hard Seeker instead of like Mage Bane. This ideally we would have gone Stab in the Dark instead of Crazy Eye with the items that this character was given, but I was being stubborn. I don't want to play with the what's it called? With Stab in the Dark. Do you ever use double ore potion? If I'm doing some ore farming, I will. But I don't use it for progression runs. I'll just do it if I'm running through the game on like NG0 to ore farm, which doesn't happen too much anymore. It's usually just when you're trying to build up your town. I will definitely use that drink and Smelly Old Man, so I have enough mana to just charge around on the Paladin. But that's about the only time it ever gets used. Alright, we see our button. Feels so slow outside of combo. I want that nice speed. The Warlock does work surprisingly well with Overflowing Physique. I kind of like it. Yeah, I could potentially maybe get away with it, but if I'm really going to look for like crazy amounts of ore, I'm just going to do progression runs on my Paladin. If you're looking to just get a little bit of ore right now, or you don't have a lot of time and you want to farm some ore, I would farm on NG0 and just skip all the way to Act 5 and Act 6, or Act 5 and Battlements, and just grab all the ore. Start with like a Markham Stone and the double ore drink. That's what I would do. Killed Big Eye Boss for the first time. Still a lot to do, upgrades to buy, but feels good, man. Yeah, you could potentially use it, like if you don't have other drinks to use, like a lot of the drinks I use are rare drinks that are kind of required for builds to work at this level. Yeah, if you just need some ore, definitely like take the drink just to get some more ore. Let's see, what do we want? What do we want? Skill damage and primary damage sounds good. Attack power sounds good. And I guess we'll just go Kira's box, because this other stuff is kind of not interesting. People like the Scroll of Magic, but I think they're trolling me. The 2-second cooldown is what's questionable to me. It seems too long. People swear by it, but I don't know. Thank you, Kick. And if you got the shop, try to get the pickaxe. Oh yeah. Pickaxe and Markham Stone will help you out a lot early on just to get some more ore. Same thing, if you found the anvil, then just craft one of those in the beginning. But I would basically play as if you're either doing a progression run or you're trying to do a farming run. I wouldn't try to do both at the same time most of the time. So if your goal is to go and kill first 3 bosses, collect all the ore that you can, just focus on doing that. And then when you upgrade your town, then put your serious face on and try to beat the whole run. That's what I do with like starting off. Because you might spread yourself too thin if you're trying to do both. Do I need the diamonds? I don't think I need the diamonds. I don't feel like walking all the way up there. See, I can maintain combo great against a lot of enemies, but I think on bosses it's going to kind of struggle with my current setup. which is why I normally go Heartseeker. But the Mage Bane, Trickster plus Luck setup was just too good for me to ignore. Since I need a lot of ore and gold, and I can't kill the last boss yet, sometimes I go for 100% plus gold and double ore and then focus on collecting everything I have. Or everything you can. Yeah, you can also use the fountain as well to get even more gold in that situation. So yeah, I would just decide for yourself if you're going for a farming run or a progression run. Don't try to do both at the same time until like later. I see a statue up there. It's like as long as you have some enemies with the Warlock, you can just run through like anything. Famous last words, I know. But yeah, we were still leeching from those. We weren't leeching from those gargoyles. I guess we were leeching from our damage over time buffs, and that's good enough. I've had the thought of trying to use Phonetic, or what is it, Evil Infusion with this build, so you would leech off of the spells as well, but it doesn't seem like it's needed quite yet. Might not be needed ever. Incredible Strength again. Alright, so this is a little skewed damage-wise, because I just keep getting Incredible Strength. But we were like super confident yesterday when we were doing this up until around Act 4, so we'll see if it's any better with the changes we've made to the Blessing. One to go. Where do we think it's at? I think it's all the way to the right? Nope, probably up top. Yeah, we do perfectly fine as long as we're leeching, because we're kind of like a leech tank. We don't really have much evasion or anything. Yeah, we feel pretty much like a priest with out the mana shield. We might have more base health than a priest at least. But we're also using Overflowing Physique. That's going to be a lot of Ghost. Not too many Ghost, but a lot of Ghost. No statue over there. So we're just kind of running and dropping statues, hoping for the best. Putting all our spells on cooldown while we auto attack everything. It's kind of an interesting way to play. Which I guess is pretty much how you would play as like a spellcaster build. That's how we normally play as a spellcaster build. It feels like you have to play a little more back than what I'm doing. Ooh, that snare kinda... Getting snared in a bad spot could be deadly. Yeah, primary is looking pretty decent. I think we did our 3 statues. We can continue on, try to keep this monolith buff at least till the next floor. Try to get through everything. We should also have a shop, I believe. I don't think we've shopped yet. Didn't see what that was. Alright, more crit. So now we have like the normal amount of crit we start off with. which we have all the crit in the game except for Heartseeker right now. Need to actually clear this out. Oh, another monolith. Rapid blows. Might need to start picking up some gold. I think we ran out of gold a little bit in Act 4 last time. We didn't get to buy exactly what we wanted. None of these mini bosses have dropped any items yet. It's kind of surprising. There's our shop. I was like, haven't taken down, so maybe we did already shop. Arkham's Amulet. That'll be nice for our health, just to scale. So we're kind of like a leech tank. The whole idea is just any damage we take, we just get it all right back. Wand Spell Piercing. That is a snap pick right there. We get 2-piece Journeyman's Outfit. Or we get Keyring Old Map. So it's if we want health and armor, which gives us damage, or if we want utility. I'm gonna go with the fun items. It's fun getting ace keys, it's fun getting whatever. If I was really worried about the run, I would probably go health and armor, just to have more defense. But I kind of value speed as well. An old map is pretty much just speed. All right. Gold gain and Manual Beast. Manual Beast is okay. We like Aberration, so we can get more XP this run. And we have Relentless Threats turned on, so we're trying to hustle a little bit, so we don't have to fight it too many times. Ooh, that was a good pickup. Also probably need to try to kill more than we've been killing. Ooh, an accomplishment. I'm now a rare looter. Let's see what our level is. We're 90. So yeah, we still need to get 5 levels if we're going to be on pace to buy as much attunements and stuff as possible. So we'll try to work for that. There is a strategy where you can just keep going, like you don't worry about levels, and you just try to get the correct monolith at some point. Like get the Greater Insight one, and then when you have that one, you just farm everything. Seems like an okay strategy. So yeah, as long as we're able to hit the Wisp and then continue moving, I think we're not gonna have any issue with Act 4. But we'll see. The next floor is kind of the deadly one when we start introducing the Red Wisp. The rest is pretty easy. Just keep running. All your characters have everything unlocked, like weapons, magic shop upgrades, skills, so forth. Yeah, they have everything. So I had that before the DLC, and then when the DLC came out, they introduced new tiers for all of it. And that was the first thing I did, was just farm gold and ore to basically unlock all of that. I started doing some pyramid runs so I could get all the statues and start getting some statue levels. And now I'm just trying to catch up on NG levels. Which, it's not like any of my guys are really like in a bad spot. It's just they're capable of like higher than what they're actually at. So I'm trying to catch them up. But statues are really powerful, so I would say statues kind of carry pretty hard. So whereas before, the Warlock might have capped out at like NG+20 or less, now it's like the sky's the limit. If you have enough time, you can invest a lot into your character and do really high NGs if you want. Because I haven't even touched like arena. I've done like a little, but I have no arena ranks on this character. Notive, what's up, dude? What's up? We are trying out the primary Warlock again. Did a little test run yesterday. We've tweaked a few things, and we're trying it again. Also, we need to find this button. Maybe it's up top. Not up here. That's crazy. It goes faster and faster. I got some pretty good thief levels, which gives you increased gold gain, which helps out a lot. Poison BRB with the follow. Thank you. Appreciate the follow, my dude. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of wander around until we find the button we're looking for. It's usually by the book, but I guess I missed it. Let's see, is there any character that gives mana life regen if you beat the bosses? Yeah, life regen is for the priest, and mana regen is the sorcerer. The priest is an unlockable class. You'll find him in... Well, wait, you don't actually find him, do you? You just get him when you unlock the chapel. Oh, oi oi, BBX with the follow as well. Appreciate it, my dude. All the follows tonight. Thank you guys. Where's this button? Has anybody seen it? I might be blind tonight. Oh, there it is. I even said it was normally by the book. Alright, so it's a lesson. Keep your eyes peeled. I've seen some of your class guides and I've noticed that they are for solo pushing. Do you have any experience pushing with a 4-man party? I have none. I've done like 3 runs ever with like people. It was all duo. I'm not sure how much the metagame changes as you increase more people. Depending on how strong your team is though, I assume you could kind of cut some corners with some of the builds. Like you could have someone go all damage, someone go all tank potentially. I don't know if I would really recommend doing that, just because if you have one character or one person that keeps dying, it's going to bring like the whole group down. I don't know, there might be some people in chat that have done some duos and had some success with it. Does anybody have any opinions? What's worked out for you guys? I've basically done everything through the lens of like a solo player. Kind of struggling with mana. Yeah, mana's pretty hard for spellcasters. I would recommend trying to get your sorcerer level up. You can also try to get the item Ring of Tea. It will help early on with some characters. You can roll the shop for it. If you feel like your damage is fine but you just don't have mana, you can look for a green item that's called Ring of Transmutation. When you take damage, you get 25% of it as mana. So if you're out of mana just attacking, you get hit, you get some mana, and you can start using your skills. It's a nice way to like kind of cheese it early. Alright, we have our shop, so we'll make our way over there eventually. See, a lot of the classes I play, if I'm playing on primary, I basically completely ignore their mana. The Warlock is an exception to that because his primary gives you mana, which just kind of works out. So I'm casting all his other skills just because I can. And they give me like stuns and whatnot. But like for Paladin, Priest, let's see, Thief, Ranger, and Gladiator, I don't really care about mana on those guys, so I'd also not care about mana on the Warlock. So it's really just Wizard, which he kind of barely uses mana, unless you're really spamming Meteors. Most of his damage is coming from the passive, at least early on, or the 2 passives. But Sorcerer is the one that really needs it. So take some more luck. So we're at max luck. I think we'll go with the Seal of Souls, just for when we're out, we actually do a lot of damage. We're gonna fill up our mana like all the time though, so this is kind of like a weird pick, but we'll take it anyway. And then I think I just want the chance to block some damage. Trying to see where else we need to go. We have some keys. We have one more portal to jump through. Let's see. Well, there, mate, what you doing? Solving a bunch of puzzles. Yeah, trying to. Ignoring some, solving some other ones. Trying to just work through the old library, archives, whatever. So how's it going? I think it's going pretty well. So far so good on the primary Warlock. I don't know if it's like the new build for Warlock or anything, but it's pretty fun at least. It's kind of like playing like a caster, but you feel a little better about going into melee range. You deal more damage, so you get more health and mana back. It feels pretty forgiving. You just kind of run around and attack everything. Just keep running. It's kind of the key, just keep running. Don't stop and like get hit by all the wisps. There's a lot there. I don't want to be involved in that. We got another secret. Another sphere. And a button on the wall. So yeah, sometimes you have these situations where you kill stuff and kind of back yourself into a corner. Good to hear. Yeah, it kind of, I guess I've played like Warlock a good bit in the past, and this is like a nice change to it. I don't think I like how he normally plays. He's kind of got like an identity crisis between needing to do enough damage with his main ability so he can get enough mana to use his other abilities, and just the other side of it is you kind of don't want to scale his primary at all because you want his abilities to do as much damage as possible. But I'm kind of liking the balance we've struck on this build, at least so far. It's still kind of early on. This is only the second run we've attempted as the primary, so we might still be getting carried by like our class titles and maybe maybe our statues as well. You got any more sources of leech on the Warlock other than Warlock skills? Yeah, I've actually changed. I've done Symbol of Essence now. So we lifesteal on the primary, and then we also get the Soul Dagger primary leech as well. So we get some instant leech and some damage over time leech. Or heals over time, if you want to be technical. I toyed around with the idea of using Evil Infusion, but I think this has been good enough. So we'll be able to tell on the boss. This is kind of like the two places we struggled in the last run. Was we felt like we took a lot of damage in the ritual phases on the boss, and we took a lot of damage in Act 4 to the Wisp. But I think we've at least fixed the issue with the Wisp. We'll see if the boss feels any better. Wow, we got sent all the way across the map. Slowly make our way back over there. Let's see if we can see what the button unlocks. I did not see. Oh well. I don't see anything out of the ordinary that we need to go towards. We're just gonna grab this portal. Wow. Alright. We're ignoring the Simon Says trap. I don't feel like watching the video back or anything like that. So we'll just ignore that trap. We'll say it gave us a diamond, and won't tell anyone. So that seemed fine. It's really like these guys that felt kind of bad. Not that it was like super bad. We had a lot of health items last run, and we still got to like half health. Just tanking these guys like this. So it's looking a little better already. We can like spam our skills. Took a big chunk there. And of course there. You can always set up in like a different spot to have like a better chokehold. We might do that. Because yeah, those guys hurt, but those guys are also enraged. It just means to me that like eventually I won't be able to do that on this character. Works fine for now though. What are your plans for today's stream? I don't know what I'm playing next. You have like a suggestion? I'm up to play pretty much whatever. Like class Heroes of Hammerwatch wise. We're gonna find the potions used for these runs. So this run is kind of still in testing, but if there's like a certain class you want to look at, you can type in the class name, the class name, and it'll show you what I use on my setups. I just don't have this one in there because, yeah, still testing it out. Priest, please. All right, yeah. My Priest is one of my lowest NG characters, so I'll definitely play Priest. I enjoy Priest as well. His title is just kind of sad. Doesn't scale well into the late game. And how's our XP doing? We're 91, almost 92. We could stall like these rituals if we wanted to, but I don't think we want to. We'll just leave it alone. What I mean by stall is like you could do them out of order to try to get more XP. Like the first one was Crimson. We could have instead done Transmutation, the Eclipse one, and Decay, and then done Crimson. So we would have done 4 rituals, and then the next one we could have done the 2 wrong rituals and then done another. So we would have had 7, and then we could have done it again for, what is that, 7, 8, 9, 10 total, I think? So 10 rituals instead of 4, but we'd be sitting here for ages, but it's like one easy way to get some XP if you're not looking to, like, if you fall behind in levels during NG runs. Probably helps more on classes like the Paladin, where you actually skip everything. But yeah, we'll definitely play Priest next. We played Priest as a primary character. and I think our priest is at NG+11, so it'll be NG+11 primary priest run. So yeah, this was pretty smooth. The Crimson phase was probably the scariest. We got down to like maybe 75% life, which is pretty much nothing. I mean, I guess we still need to kill him, but pretty confident just about how things are going. Yeah. What we got? We got our third piece of Markham's. Excellent. Not that it's a super big deal, but every little bit helps. Oh, we got an imp. Give me some keys. At least it gave us an ace key. I kind of forgot we had keyring. I haven't been going out of my way to pick up like bronze keys and silver keys. God, we instantly filled up 1 mana. So I need to kind of farm this out to make sure we're not super far behind on levels after this. A lot of my primary builds are really similar, and the same goes for my caster builds, but I just find them effective. There's a couple things with the primary builds. I don't like playing with Crimson Death, and I don't like playing with Stab in the Dark, so I avoid them. And that's kind of some reason that I make the choices I make, but I feel like it's kind of not worth getting Crimson Death like on anyone. You should be able to get enough damage to never have to need it. You just take the Chapel Blessing instead. Because I feel like the annoyance of like having to stop before like some boss fights to get your health back is just not really worth it to me. And the same goes for Stab in the Dark. Overflowing Physique can still mana sustain. For what character? The Thief? Yeah, so basically when you stand still, you still want to be able to get your mana on like Thief and Paladin, so you can heal and do your Cyclone attack, but you want the extra health. Because extra base health is huge. It's like starting the game with Crown of Kings. Or it's exactly doing that, except you lose mana. But like the Warlock fixes it, and the Paladin, you stand still, you get the extra with a Blessing of Intellect, I believe is what it's called. Let's see, I guess I can look. Yeah, Blessing of Intellect is the mana one. If your mana sustain is good enough, like depending on your sorcerer level, you can drop Blessing of Intellect for Blessing of Mind, because all the builds do more magic damage than physical damage. So you'll be able to drop Blessing of Mind and just take up Blessing of Intellect, and you'll do, sorry, the other way around. I forget which one's which. Yeah, if you have enough mana regen, you can drop Blessing of Mind and pick up Blessing of Intellect to get more damage. There we go. And eventually we'll do that on the Paladin, but our Sorcerer isn't quite high enough to feel good enough that we can drop that for more damage. Oh yeah, the Warlock definitely fixes that with its little soul consumption thing. We basically run out of mana, and the first thing we hit, we get our full mana. Those long load screens sometimes. So yeah, as you see, we're walking around, we're losing our mana. The first thing we hit, we're gonna get all of it back. Yeah, there we go. So that's the benefit of like scaling the primary. You're gonna get so much mana because you're doing so much damage with this primary. I'm a little scared of mages right now. Our resist is a lot lower than our armor, just from like class titles. So I think if we're gonna die from something, it's either a lot of these guys charging us at the same time, or it's gonna be some magic damage from ranged. But trying to keep that in mind and like account for it, so we don't play into those things that are gonna kill us. Oh, an ace chest. I saw another ace chest. So we may have the issue where we don't have enough ace keys. So we'll try to pick up some keys. Wow, alright, so we picked up a key and we got our ace key. So now we can go get this other ace chest over there. It's always nice when a plan works. That's just a lot of enemies. I don't think I can stand still and hang out with that. So we're gonna keep kiting around. It's always nice when you call it too. It's like, oh, it'd be super nice if I got this right now, and then you get it, and you just feel awesome. What do we got up here? Some diamonds. We have a shop on this floor, so we want to pick up money, and then after this, there's no more shops, so I'm not super worried about money. If you need money, by all means, continue to pick up money. Just looking to get the run done at this point. What we got? Amulet Kings. I kind of want that just for the resist. Also want evasion. Definitely want evasion. We'll just go for the defense. And Stormcaller or Talisman of Decay. I want Stormcaller. Takes a rare item out of the pool, and it's probably just as good damage-wise. Another sphere? Oh, we got the Legendary Sphere and the Epic Sphere. Alright. So if we ever had a run where we're going to get all the spheres, it would probably be this one, but we haven't gone out of our way to really pick up any up to this point. But we at least got lucky with the 2 hard ones to get. We just don't have the easy ones. The easier ones. Apothecary item. It's like a good item to keep in mind, because technically you can just use it during like Thundersnow. As long as you're not taking spicy potions, and just get some extra armor and resist, so you can become even tankier. I just gotta remember to actually do that. I don't think we'll have any problems, but it's just like a nice little added bonus. It's also a famous last word saying you don't have any problems. You walk like 2 feet and you fall over dead. Ever had 10 spheres would be OP, I guess? I don't remember. I think I've had it once, but it's kind of hard to tell because it would have been in the Battlements patch, and one of the spheres did the legendary sphere before was just you have the sphere and combo prevents lethal damage. You didn't have to have a 10 piece. It just gave you that. So it's been nerfed since then. I definitely had that item and just like sat and tanked dragon. Alright, so let's grab the imp. If we can find him. He must be to the right. I think that was the last place we really checked. Ah, there he is. So kill all these stupid bats. Gave me some keys. Alright, another ace chest. So there's one more ace chest in the game for sure. Or, he gave me another ace key. There's one more chest in the game for sure. So at least have a third item. Maybe we'll get Crown of Kings or something. Probably be our best one. Oh, really? Wand of Chaos. And we get a legendary drop. Getting lots of legendaries. I guess we only have 2, but we have an ace key as well. And there's another ace key up there. So definitely don't underestimate the battlements enemies. They can definitely mess you up. I don't think I have any enemies attuned on this character. So they do their full damage, and if they stack up, they can really take you out pretty easily. Even though we do feel pretty tanky. I don't want to die from like being overconfident. Rather take slightly longer on the run. I also want to pick up these diamonds. We spent all our money when we left town, so we could tax evade. And just want to make sure we have enough for our priest, because we'll do him next. And anything extra, we'll just go into ore. Seems good. There's that Talisman of Decay that we were debating over. Grab the monolith slightly later, just so we can keep it slightly longer. Try to keep whatever it is for dragon, if it's any good. This act has 3 parts too. It only has 2 parts. It has first floor, second floor, and then the boss. So Act 1 through 4 has 3 floors each, then a boss room. And then Act 5 has 2 floors, boss room. Battlement Act, which you could just say it's Act 6, has 2 floors, then a boss room. Alright, Protective Powers. This one's really good for Thunder Snow. So, definitely want to keep that. It's also one of the longer duration ones, so we shouldn't have to rush too much. How do our levels get? Well, we got to 93. We can probably get 94 if we, like, kill most of these things. And then we're only 1 level behind, which is kind of where we were at before. So, I'm gonna look to kill everything here and pick up all the ore and gold, because why not? Yeah, there's no shop in Battlements either, so we've done the last shop we're gonna do. We're just picking up gold so we can have it in town afterwards. I guess it's also beneficial that we're exploring everything because we could trigger an imp. Like, imps can spawn down here, they can spawn on the top. But you have to like actually go to that area. Oh, I forgot about the Great Threat. Because we have Relentless Threats turned on. I normally don't even have to worry about this. I think we still should be fine going where we're going. I'm trying to remember what actually breaks. I think it's just on the next floor. It used to be in such a way that you couldn't complete it if the Great Threat spawned, but now it's not so bad. We have glass walk, so I don't think anything can be lost. And if you don't have glass walks, you can still access with the drawbridges. We're getting there on our level. We might fall short, actually. So we're at 63%. Seems like a lot. I don't know if we'll make it. Could have spent some more time killing in Act 5, I guess. But if we ever find like a monolith that gives us like we keep doing these runs over and over again, when we ever find a monolith that gives us XP, we'd just be able to use that to catch up our levels. Wouldn't have to go too far out of our way. Greater insight, alright, of course that happens. We get it, we've already killed like a good bit on this level, but we'll kill everything else to get as much XP as possible at least. Right? Why couldn't that have happened in Act 5 when I got the vigorous regeneration? We're getting a lot of apothecary items. Next up we're gonna get the imp, and he's gonna give us XP. That's the next step. Which I guess wouldn't be terrible. It's better than the imp giving us keys right now. So, oops. Just collecting gold, ore, and everything else. We might be able to hit 94 after killing Dragon. So we only have like 10 enemies left. Oh, we have great threats, I guess. I usually don't play with relentless threats, so keep forgetting about them. What can you do with this console? Can you cheat? I don't know if you can cheat. I know you can cheat with mods. I know you can change like the aspect ratio. So you can do force aspect ratio like 3.2. You can have like really tiny screen if you want. Yeah, there's like a list on the wiki, but I haven't really looked into it. I only use the aspect ratio if I'm doing like some blueprint or drink farming in Act 1 or the pyramid maybe. That's about it. Got confused right when he was gonna breathe. It was a little spooky. Also, we are running into the stomps, but we're tanky enough. We have our defensive bonus. We have some pretty decent items. Let's see what our stats look like. We did 135 million, 18.5 million physical, 116 million magical, and how long did it take? 48 minutes. It's not bad. It felt longer. Let's find some items to attune. Amulet of Vengeance, Bloodthirst Ring. We don't really care about those. Earth Splitter. Sure, anything that's like melee that gives us extra procs, we're gonna take those. Stormcaller. We might actually be done with everything that we want to tune on this character. Let's see. Amulet of Vengeance, we don't care. The Ring, we don't care. Seal of Rage, we don't care. Talisman, we can throw some points at the Talisman. Apothecary items, we don't really use. Blood Dagger. Oh yeah, we forgot to use our potion to get more resist and everything. Definitely get the extra gold gain at some point. Probably extra regen just cause all the damage here. Alright, so we have a little bit more to do. Probably the next 2 or 3 NG levels are just going to be attuning all these green items. Pretty much have everything else we want. Alright, so that is our Warlock NG+15.